Hello, my angelic ones. This is Portia Angel with Angel House TV, and I am back with another video. And the title of this one is How to Heal Psoriasis Naturally. I've done different videos that deal with this topic, but I haven't done an updated video that talks strictly about the process to follow, the things to do, the things not to do, etc., in order to get rid of it naturally. So to make this as simple as possible, I came up with a 3-step process, and it's the 3 R's: remove, replenish, repair. Okay? Remove has to do with removing the toxins in your body, removing the things that cause inflammation, which is triggering your psoriasis. So that means taking away certain foods, because psoriasis is highly food induced. I said this in another video. Taking out certain things in your diet, doing an elimination diet. Okay, so what are those things, Portia? I'm glad you asked. You want to stay away from dairy. That includes eggs, specifically egg yolks. You can do egg whites, but do not do egg yolks because they have been known to cause inflammation. Milk, cheese, cream, anything that's white, you don't want to consume it. Number 2, stay away from spicy foods. When you literally think about it, what you're eating is hot. So you are putting literal inflammation into your body when you consume spicy sauces, spicy foods. And that includes nightshade vegetables as well, such as peppers, jalapenos, red, green, and orange bell peppers. Tomatoes as well, because they are highly acidic, and acidity causes further inflammation and arthritis in your body if you're dealing with psoriatic arthritis. That includes ketchup. You know, I'm not saying that you can't ever eat it in the future, but if you're going through a healing process right now, you do not want to consume those things, especially in mass quantities, because they are hurting you more than they are helping you. Stay away from alcohol, stay away from sugar, processed foods. Obviously, when I said no processed food, you know, that means if it didn't grow out of the ground and if it didn't come from the sea and you can't eat it as it is, then you can't eat it. Fried foods, really anything that's hard, that includes candy, because all of this stuff breaks down to sugar, which is acidic. I would also suggest staying away from meat, because meat is highly acidic when it breaks down into your body. And all of that, you know, contributes to your psoriatic arthritis. I personally switched to fish. So fish, I found, agree with my system. You'll have to try it to see if it agrees with you as a substitute. When you're trying to beat psoriasis, you are basically playing the game of acidity versus alkalinity, being highly acidic versus being highly alkaline. So you are needing to detox your body and then replenish your body with the nutrients that it truly needs to heal. And so step number 2 is having a plant-based diet, which is going to be your fruits, your vegetables. I highly recommend when you first start the healing journey, do as much raw fruits and vegetables as possible. That means eating a lot of salads. That was the way that I was able to get a high concentration of vegetables in on a consistent basis, and adding a little bit of vinaigrette dressing on it to get me through. Okay, going back to no dairy, that means no more ranch. No more ranch. So replenish your body with cellular food, superfood, any type of vegetables, again, staying away from nightshades. Fruit, especially berries, are wonderful because they're high in antioxidants and they fight inflammation. You want to consume things, eat things that are going to bring the inflammation down, that are going to boost your immunity back up, and that are going to heal your gut lining. Because remember, psoriasis, at the root of it, is leaky gut. And I've talked about this in other videos. Feel free to look at my other videos. So the 3rd step, repair. You want to repair your gut lining, and that has to do with supplements. There are some foods that you can eat that will also aid in that rebuilding process. One of the foods that you can eat to repair your stomach lining is pumpkin. And there are a few others. There's a video by Dr. Axe where he talks more in detail about those specific foods. But if you want to really do as much work on your gut as possible, I recommend taking the supplements. And so one of those supplements is L-glutamine. You can get it in different forms. I found it to be the most effective in powder form, and you can find that on Amazon. And what I do is I add it in my berry smoothies. So aside from L-glutamine, you also want to get organic bone broth. I buy mine at Whole Foods, but it's like in a little container. And it looks like crystal fish food. Honestly, it looks and smells just like fish food. But you take a scoop, put it in a cup of water, hot water, stir it up, and then drink it. And it has collagen in it. And the container actually says collagen, but you want to drink that on a consistent basis, maybe once in the morning and once at night, or once a day, because that collagen rebuilds the stomach lining as well. And I meant to say L-glutamine also is muscle repair. A lot of athletes use it. As far as keeping your gut clear, probiotics is a third thing that I would strongly recommend. Soil-based organism probiotics, SBO for short. You can find those at Whole Foods. Taking probiotics 1 to 3 a day, it does amazing wonders to help you become less reactive to certain food that you eat. And you want to follow this regimen for, I would say, at least 3 to 6 months. And it really does depend on the stage of psoriasis you're in. If your symptoms are milder, do it, for as long as you can until you can gradually start adding little things, if you choose to, back into your diet outside of just fruits and vegetables, to see if you can tolerate it. But when I went through my healing journey, I did 3 to 6 months, and then it just became an indefinite thing where I maintained having a plant-based diet, because just because you heal and get better and are not reactive anymore, for me, I don't agree to the notion that you should just eat whatever you want to, because then you put yourself at risk to going back to square one. So the timeline for eating this way and taking care of yourself to really heal, it is progressive. It does take time. Sometimes you may need to go a little longer, some people a little less, but you just want to make sure that you give yourself enough time to see a difference. And oftentimes doing it for a couple of weeks is not going to work, which is what I used to do. I used to just do an elimination diet for a week or two and then think that I was all good. No, you have to do this consistently, and don't give yourself any cheat days. Don't say, oh, I'm just going to have a little bit of this or that, this donut or, this spaghetti. And again, there's nothing wrong typically with spaghetti, but when you have psoriasis, consuming gluten, consuming tomatoes, and any cheese that may be, layered on top, all of that stuff is agitating your body, whether you realize it or not. So it's important to take those things out while you heal. When you feel like you may be able to try to add maybe tomatoes back into your diet, it could just be something as simple as adding a little bit of ketchup on top of a sweet potato or something. And if you find that after a day or two, you don't feel any itchiness or any agitation, then you know that your body is able to handle a little bit more. But again, don't go crazy. So those are the physical elements of healing psoriasis. And I do encourage you, just emotionally and mentally speaking, to journal out what you're going through. And one of the ways that I found myself coping as I went through the healing journey was to write out what was happening with my body, what improvements I noticed, what didn't work, what I wanted to continue doing, just to document things so that you can notice. You become more sensitive. As you heal, you become more sensitive to things that set you off. So I think that's enough information for this video. I hope it really helps. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.